The question I get asked every day is, hey, Pownall, you fucking all these porn stars? Every day.
I hate that guy, by the way. That you just imitated? That guy? I don't like it.
I almost made a copy-paste to answer that question.
How does it work?
So I don't fuck all the... No, I don't. They're filming all day for browsers, right? 6-hour shoot where they're having sex. Then they go home and then they do a collab for their OnlyFans. Then you hang out with them. You're a bridge builder, right? You just built one all day for 6 hours. Then you went and built your side bridge. Then you go hang out with a girl. Last thing you want to do is build a fucking bridge. You think they really, after a day of fucking for work, they go on a podcast, they think, time to fuck this podcast host? No. However, some of them do hit on me.
Welcome to Zbodcast. Another, maybe the best fucking episode we've ever done yet is going to be today. Ryan Pownall, welcome to Zbod.
Thank you for saying my name properly.
Pownall?
Yeah,
I
that's
took
it.
a
That's
wild
it.
guess.
People can't say my name.
What do you get?
They say Pownall. They're all fucking dyslexic.
The W is before the N, no?
People are retarded.
And that's what ethnicity? What are you? Just straight white, eh?
I'm a mutt of the whites.
Yeah, you're a white.
I'm a
You're
mutt
just a
white.
Canadian.
Yeah, no, Irish, French, a little bit of British.
Yeah, any black in you?
No, but Terry lets me say the N-word once a year. Once a year.
Call fast. Terry, I better get that soon, too.
We just signed our biggest deal, and I'll say my N-word. And he'll be like, okay, that was it. 2025, say it again.
How are you with cancel culture?
I kind of like it at this point. I'm trying to see how far on the line I can go. We had a video recently where I interviewed a girl that I thought had a dick and didn't actually ended up having a dick, but we thought so.
Okay.
And she was Spanish. He, I should say. But I thought it was a girl. And I said, okay, you have
Wait, she looked like a man?
Yeah. And I said, where's your dick? And she said, no comprende. I said, ¿Dónde está pipi? ¿Dónde está? ¿Dónde? Pipi, ¿dónde está? And I posted that. I thought it was hilarious.
Yeah.
And I went on a flight to Dallas. And it was a 2-hour flight from LA. And then I land and I had 800 comments being unfollowed, fuck you, too far, piece of shit.
The trans community?
And yeah, I woke up, I had a heart attack. So that was a toughie. That was a toughie. Deleted it, thank God. And thank God I'm not big enough that Logan Paul's status where if he did that, every meme page would say, fuck this guy.
Yeah.
So I think I'm right on the edge of not big enough to really get canceled.
But do you care? Like do you care?
I mean, I really thought she had a dick.
Are you a truthful person, Ryan Pownall?
I'm a truthful person.
Yeah.
I thought she did the tucky wucky or the snip whip. Who knows?
Listen, before we get into all the porn shit, take me back to the beginning. You're born and raised where?
I was Ottawa, Ontario.
Shout out Ottawa. Shout out Ottawa.
Shout out Ottawa.
Shout out Ottawa.
Yeah,
I mean
Orleans.
not
Orleans guy.
Orleans.
Yeah.
Ontario
That's right.
is where you're from.
Yeah, the eastern suburbs of Ottawa.
Okay.
Yeah.
How was that? How was growing up there? It's kind of shit, no?
You know what? Ottawa had a run. Up until 2016 when the Raptors became... What was that?
I mean, the water must be ready. Shout out hydrogen water. Stay healthy. Stay healthy. Stay healthy.
We had great parents, great neighborhood, safe.
Dad, I've seen Dad at some posts. Shout out Dad.
And all these
Tom?
French girls. Tom.
Shout out Tom.
Tom
I follow
Mini?
you. I know. Tom looks like a legend. Is he okay with all the mom and dad? Are they okay with this career path you've taken?
So my dad was the third highest rank of the RCMP. And for those who don't know what that
Dad's
is,
a fucking RCMP officer.
he was the third highest.
Wow.
He was top dog. He
like
was
on the horses.
he's been on CNN and shit.
Holy shit.
My dad actually stopped the bombing here in Toronto. Remember the subway bombing?
Yeah. That was a long time
they
ago.
stopped before it happened.
Yeah.
Which is rare with terrorist
That's
attacks.
Tom.
That was Tom.
Wow.
And he made the New York Times with that shit. So Tom's a big ledge. Big legend.
Wow.
So then he's got this fucked up son.
You're alone? You're a single
No, I
child?
have a sister too. She's the opposite of me.
She has to be.
I call her. I say, hey, how are the nephews? How are the kids? And she's like, good. How was
Oh, you're an uncle.
how's the DP with Adriana Chechik? It's good.
Wait, you're an uncle.
I'm an uncle.
Fuck. How's that? How does that work?
It's good. I don't think they get me totally.
They're young?
Yeah. So they don't really get me, and I get them because family life is normal. What I do isn't normal.
Yeah. You like going back to Ottawa?
No.
No, it's tough.
It's
got the-
Sponordijk, Pigalle, and the casino. But again, that's all in Gatineau. So Ottawa really doesn't have much to show.
Gatineau. Yeah, I've been there.
Gatineau's on
I
fire.
had a rough go at the casino there once. It was okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
But
it was fine.
Ottawa, it's
the Parliament and that's it. Right?
You do it once, you put your hand in the never-ending fire, and you do it. You maybe get a shawarma palace, and you call it a day.
You shawarma guy?
Big
Lebanese.
shawarma
Talk to me. Best shawarma in the city.
No, I'm not a Toronto shawarma
Oh.
guy. I'm an Ottawa. Ottawa has more shawarma places per capita than anywhere in the world.
A lot of Arabs in Ottawa.
Did you know
right. I did not know that.
More than Lebanon.
Favorite? Really?
No, that is a stat. Terry, Google it.
Terry, Google it. It's a fact.
Yeah.
Best shawarma in Ottawa. Let's
Shawarma.
shut him out right now.
Shawarma palace.
Shawarma Palace.
Next
done.
question.
There's no. That's it. That's it. They have one, or they're franchised.
Now they're doing their thing.
Now they're big.
And then you got really Lebanese. I am the shawarma king. I can do anything.
Holy shit! Shawarma
Big
king.
fucking legend. He has a car that has a big glass thing, and he goes around. It's like a limousine, purple, and he waves at people. He does this every day.
But he does the shawarma from the truck, or no?
No, he has a restaurant, but he does it around his hood to promote
Lebanese
it.
are fucking personable.
Yeah.
Shout out to Lebanese.
And then you got three brothers, which in Ottawa, they used to throw like the 24-hour APs. They would play music. They give hookah.
No way.
Those were legends too. Three brothers.
Like a shawarma place, but it turns into like a.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
it
for
was
Ottawa,
like you strike out. Fuck that six. Didn't want to go home with me. Let's go get a shawarma, some hookah.
Is six is six when you look at a girl and you're like, I want to fuck that. Is six is that where you go? Is that like six
I
and
don't know.
above is where you want to go, or you'll go fours, threes?
Well, recently I just had sex with easily the ugliest girl I've ever touched in my fucking life, by far.
And this was in LA, or this was here?
This was in Toronto.
I mean, Toronto's got hot girls, Ryan. Like,
Toronto's got hot girls, but I thought I was going for a rub and tug. I was staying at producer Terry's when I got here.
shout out producer Terry.
Shout out producer Terry.
Yep.
And I said, Terry, let me take you for your first tuggy. And Terry was like, no, I don't want to try it because
Not
then
a big
what?
tug guy, Terry. Not a big tug guy.
He's not a tugger.
Yeah, he's not a tug.
So I said, let's go get a tuggy. This place has the best reviews. So we drove, where was it? North York. And we drove 30 minutes out. And it was, okay, $40 entry fee, $120 to come in. I just wanted to take Terry for a tug. Terry's tug. So we get up there.
Terry's tug could be a thing.
And we were between these really, like, no soundproof walls. And I just hear Terry, like, she's giving me a little handy. And I hear through the wall, I just hear Terry go, what? No way. That was him finding out that the 120 was actually for sex.
Wow.
And not just a tuggy.
Terry, did 120? No?
My girl looked like she had to be 9 months pregnant. So I
Hold on a second. The ugliest girl you ever banged, does this have anything to do with the rub and tug?
yes, it was her. It was my
So
tuggy lady.
You got her information, and you went for the, or you banged her in the.
That's what's interesting. I thought
I thought you took her out on a date.
I
and
thought
stuff.
40 for the room, 120 for a tuggy was like a normal starter. She says, no, honey, you paid for full service.
Holy shit.
Let's have sex. And at that point, it's like, wow, what's better, a hand job from a really ugly girl or having sex with a really ugly girl?
Having sex with her.
Probably sex.
Yeah.
Terry did it smart. He did just blowjob.
Smart, Terry. Smart.
So she looked like she was, I don't know.
She was a bit heavy.
13 months pregnant. If like the kid just didn't want to come out.
Yeah.
So
She's just stuck.
she stuck her leg up, and I just kind of closed my eyes and thought of Adriana Lima, my favorite model, Victoria's Secret.
Can we get her on Pillow Talk?
Yeah, well, she's on my hand right here, actually.
That's fucking insane.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
I actually have her tattooed twice. I
Adriana
love her.
Lima is the Brazilian one that banged Ronaldo. No, that was the other one.
No,
that was Irina
but,
Shayk.
but the reason I love her so much, she's so beautiful, and she never actually had sex until marriage. So,
Really?
Yeah.
Is that a thing?
My angel.
Who did she bang and have kids with? Jude Law? Who was it?
Someone like that.
The guy with the long hair
It was
from
some
Harry
yeah,
Potter. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's hot. Hot as fuck.
So I closed my eyes. I think Adriana Lima, and then I got a little blood flow,
Okay.
and then I just had.
Are you working normally up there, or you need pills and shit?
I take pills.
Yeah.
I'm a dick pill guy.
You a drug guy?
I was.
You just told me before we went on air you're sober now. What's the deal with that?
Well,
I mean, not today because
business is booming,
yeah.
and
Shout out Pillow Talk, by the way. Shout
Thank
out
you.
Pillow Talk. You're doing what we want to do.
I
with
feel
the
like
podcast.
you can never have both. Business booming and life booming.
Yeah.
It's one or the other. So when my life was booming, business was trash. But fuck, I was having a good time.
Really.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But now business is booming, and now my life is human trash. So it's like, I got to try to find the balance of getting them both to like a 7.5.
Balance is good.
Instead of
Right.
10 and 5 or
Balance
10 and 0.
Tell me about, because now I'm in this podcast game, and we're trying to do things like you're doing, and like we all look up to like fucking Joe Rogan and all these guys. When you made the decision to like enter this space, did you go into it like thinking that you're just gonna fail and let's just have fun, or what was the thought process behind that?
Okay, so I was on Much Music back in 2013, and I crushed it.
So you've always been like a TV guy, or like
Well, that was the only time.
like
but,
with what's his name on Rick? What's his name? Rick Campanelli. What's his name?
yeah,
Like,
well, I was
Countdown?
on the Much VJ search.
Okay.
And I was supposed to win, and then my girl Chloe won. But
Shout out Chloe.
but
You banged her?
your
You
boy
banged
had
her?
a good run.
Okay.
Yeah, your boy had a very good run. And then as soon as it ended, I went back to the nightclub world where I was doing the promoting, bartending, part owner, never get the money paycheck.
You were in you were in UV, right?
Yeah, I was a partner at Ultra. They actually paid me. Shout out to Ultraviolet.
Shout out Sacco, we love you.
We love Sacco.
Yes,
Saw
we
him
love
on the
Sacco.
show.
Some people we don't love, but Sacco, we love you.
Yeah, we love Sacco.
Yeah.
They actually paid. I've been
yeah.
a partner in like 19 nightclubs, and I've never gotten my dividends. Ultraviolet, Sacco always gave me an envelope. I was like, really?
Shout out Sac, we love you.
I thought I put money up for clout, not for fucking actual paychecks.
Yeah.
What is this dividend? Oh my God. And it was good money.
Yeah.
So thank you for the lovely time at Ultraviolet. So I got back to doing that. But deep down, I had this depression that I'm a better yapper for TV.
Have you always been like this?
Yeah.
With your talking?
Yes.
You just.
But I used it for the clubs.
Yeah.
Hey, let's get a tape. And then I was an alcoholic.
Yeah.
But I always knew deep down, like, this isn't what I was meant to be. I want to do, I want to be a professional talker, not a professional partier. You know what I mean?
Right.
So then COVID hit, and I feel like that was a sign for me. Okay, enough.
But hold on, back me up a second. You left Ottawa?
I came to Toronto.
You came to Toronto.
And then I started promoting really hard.
Yeah. So you're just Toronto promoter.
Yeah, boom. And
Lifestyle, drinking, every day.
partner
7
at
days,
UV, and
partner
then
at UV, yeah.
promote there 3 nights a week, promote 4 other nights somewhere else.
Okay.
All this and that.
Yeah.
And I was like, this isn't it. Then COVID hit, and I said, okay, now it's fucking time.
Yeah, it's time.
So started the show. And
You found producer Terry, how?
shout out. What's Saya's last name? Sakan?
Lebanese, yeah. Sakan, yeah. Lebanese, yeah.
You guys all know each other.
Yeah. Well, I mean, she's half, what is she? Half, oh, fuck. What a mix that is.
So I started it
Shout out Saya, we love you.
I started with Neighborhood from Anthony on the last
Shout out
episode.
Anthony was here yesterday. Shout out Anthony. Yeah. I mean, shout him out.
So they actually started it.
Okay.
Actually, okay, so after Much Music, though, I did a YouTube video called with my grandfather, Grandpa Pucci, and I said, okay.
Your actual grandfather.
Yeah, and we called it...
Shout out Grandpa Pucci. Still with us?
No.
God rest his soul.
That's right.
Yep.
Legend.
Tom's
Tom's dad.
legend.
Yeah.
Tom legend, Tom's dad legend.
Right. So it was called Sex in the 50s. And that was
You didn't ask your grandfather about sex.
yeah, everything. Like, did you ever, like, does she still suck your dick?
That's hilarious.
And back, 10 years ago, that was fucked.
Yeah, that was fucked. Yeah.
Because now it's more common to talk about weird shit.
Yeah.
It wasn't then. It was so out of nowhere. I posted it on, like, Facebook.
Grandpa Pucci was a player? Like, he was...
He was fucked like me.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
really?
just had a mouth on him.
So he didn't care. He
Yeah,
just
and
fucking-
does Doris, my grandma, does Doris
I was gonna
shave?
ask about grandma, but...
Yeah, does she shave her bush still? She's 82, and you'd be like, no, I gotta get through it like I'm fucking
Grandma
George of the
Pucci
Jungle, like George of the Jungle.
You still having sex?
That's what he says. He goes once a week, and if she's asleep, that's when I get it done. Like he was saying the craziest shit.
Grandpa Pucci's a legend. Fuck, he's in heaven.
So that was my only like good YouTube video. YouTube's so hard.
YouTube is hard.
Oh fuck.
Yeah.
So that was and then years later, someone called me and said, okay, COVID, why don't you do Sex in the 50s like you did with that Pucci 10 years ago? But do it with like some celebrity friends. No one's doing sex podcasts. So that's where the idea came from.
Oh, okay.
Start a
But you
sex-
didn't start like that. If I remember back in the early days of Pillow Talk, you weren't all like sex.
It was.
Was it?
Yeah.
You had a couple people that weren't like full-on porn stars.
Well, the idea was it wasn't porn stars. It was let's get celebrities to talk about sex. Yeah.
Okay, so
that was the idea.
The topics were always sex.
Yeah.
But I remember, like you had, what's that dragon? Weckerly. You had Weckerly on.
Yeah, exactly.
You had guys that like.
Yeah, we had normal.
Now you're full-on porn stars.
Yeah.
Right.
We had Gene Simmons.
Legend.
Tongue.
That tongue, in vagina.
That's right.
Tough. Shout out Gene.
Shout out to Gene. So that was the idea.
Yeah.
Celebrities talking about sex. And then it just kind of, it was so fucked the questions I was asking people, it kind of got like blacklisted in Hollywood really quick. Like, don't do that show. He's going to post a viral reel about you saying how you want your pussy eaten. You'll lose all your brand deals.
Right.
So I was like, shit. So what do we do? So then it got into OnlyFans girls, and then it got into porn stars.
So now it's full-on porn podcast.
Yeah, but I always have a guest co-host. So that's where I like to have a lot of fun with it, is I have 3 people per episode. Me, guest co-host, and my guest. Guest was usually a porn star. Guest co-host now, I do different celebrities, comedians.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've always wondered, I don't know, producer Terry can help. I've always wondered, like, do I need a co-host? Sometimes I get tired. Sometimes like I don't want to ask all the questions.
I like it.
Would you recommend it?
Yes.
And I am learning every day as I do this, as you probably know more than me, that it's hard to fucking do this.
It's hard to do this.
It's hard to maintain this. It's hard to do this. It's hard to keep going.
Let me tell you something. 95% of podcasts don't make it to episode 10. And of those that do, 95%.
Not on Do Not Disturb is the biggest rookie move ever. From
You know
the
what?
fucking host himself. Who is it? Answer it. Is it Tom?
Hey, Mark. This is Coco Vodka.
What's up, Ryan?
We're filming,
Mark, we're lit. Come fucking drink with us.
we're filming a podcast right now.
Are ya?
Yeah, and you got mad that I answered the phone. I love
Mark, you must be worth it.
you. I love you, buddy.
Let's go have some drinks.
All right. I'll call you after.
We'll call you at 5:30. 5 o'clock.
Okay, bye. So he didn't.
Shout out Mark, by the way.
Shut up, Mark.
Cheers. Fill up, refill. We're getting fucking hammered tonight. No matter what you say, if you borrow $1 from someone, you pay them back. That's how I was raised. That's just fucking
That's how
good
I was
human
raised.
nature, right?
Yeah.
You don't quantify. I don't pay people to come on the podcast. I didn't fucking offer you $1, this and that. You want to come on? The content that we create with Terry and everything it's gonna benefit you. It's gonna benefit your brand. It's professionally edited.
And a rule across all podcasts is if you're a guest on a show, Support it when it comes out. Don't go fucking ghost.
Yeah.
Losers that do.
100%.
I think the play in life is to get 3 fucking friends. Treat your friend group like an NBA team. You know, you have your 5 starters, then you have your bench. You know, your bench can't really play, but you know they got to sub in every now and then. You know, you have your 6th man of the year, your 7th guy. We need him for this.
Sports guy.
You have your starting point guard. That's your rock that you build like your shit around. You know, your center is very important, and then you know your small forward, power forward, like. You have your going out.
Who's your center now in your life? Who's your center?
My center right now, you know, shout out Bay. Shout out Bay.
Who's Bay? We have a new Bay?
So producer Terry is my point guard.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
You know what? I would call him my point guard too. I love that fucking guy.
Yeah,
That guy-
he's the best.
No, that guy's just he's good. He's good. You ever read the story about the first episode we ever filmed?
No.
Massive fucking snowstorm in Toronto. Massive. We're supposed to film that Monday. He sends me a picture, 4 hours, 23 minutes. From London to Mississauga. I was at my parents' house. First episode we ever filmed in our theater room. We have a theater room at my parents' house. He sends me the picture, 4 hours. I'll be there in 4 hours. This guy's actually going to drive. An hour. London, Mississauga, an hour. Massive snowstorm. This guy says, I'll be there in 4 hours. I said, what the? And when he showed up I thought he was joking. He showed up at the door. I was like, and this is after my original producer did 1 episode. Fucking crackhead. Absolute crackhead.
What's his name?
You don't even know. He's considered a family friend. Okay. Did 1 episode. Episode 2 didn't show up. Didn't show up.
People suck.
And that's when I said next to Saya. Saya's like, producer Terry's your guy.
You know who I think are the worst at their jobs in the world? Number 1 is people that call themselves producers or video editors. Okay.
Other than producer Terry.
Yes, that's why he's so valuable.
Yeah.
But everyone is a video editor and they fucking suck at it.
Yeah.
This is your career. This
your
is
job.
your life. This is what all you do. All we know you for is this shit. That's number 1. Number 2 is Uber drivers. You are a driver. That's all you do. I am on King and Bathurst. Why can't you find me?
They can't turn on the left. They're King. They can't turn left on King.
They suck at their jobs.
Yeah.
And hookers.
Hookers. I mean, if you pay the right amount, hookers are good. They come, they do their job, they leave. It's transactional.
Yeah, that's what Peter always tells me. He goes, hookers are the best. He goes,
Shout out Uncle Peter, we love you.
He says,
thank you for crying on the pod yesterday.
Don't pay them to fuck. We pay them to leave. That's right.
Right. Hooker that cleans or a maid that fucks.
Hooker that cleans or a maid that fucks. Maid that fucks.
Right. Maid that fucks.
Maid that fucks.
Because she cleans.
You know
that's
what?
her job.
Look, I went through a little hooker phase maybe 8 years ago, and I enjoyed it. I enjoyed my hooker time, but I like the chase of the girl.
It's nice to chase.
I love the chase.
Right. And always striking out, of course.
When
80% strike.
When a girl says yes to me right away to have sex, I'm over it.
No.
I already fucked you in my head.
Yeah.
You know, the chase.
Mental fucking is almost as good as
I like
physical fucking.
I'm a mental fucker.
Yeah.
So I like to chase and chase and chase.
Yeah.
You know, that's what I
How do you find Toronto girls? Are they chasey or are they
fucky?
They fuck, but are they chasey or are they fucky?
The most sex I've ever had in my life is not from Pillow Talk. It's not from LA and Miami. Anyway, it's from promoting in Toronto.
Really?
That's where I was having the most sex in my life.
The girls like to have fun here. I would argue we have the best girls in the world. I would argue that.
Absolutely.
I would argue that.
LA girls are the most overrated girls in the world.
They just think they're fucking heroes. Like they just think they're fucking.
And there's not even that many 10s.
Yeah.
Most 10s per capita, Toronto by
Toronto's
far.
got hot women.
And then Miami now is making a good little, you know, they're putting.
Miami's making a good push. I mean, the weather stuff. Cities on, Peter said it yesterday. Our city on life support right now. Post New Year's, this and that. Everyone's trying to be in the resolution, this and that. City's a bit tough right now. You might fuck a 6 tonight. You might fuck a 4. You don't know. You don't know. Shout out to City.
But the potential to fuck a 10, nowhere easier than Toronto. Like even the busboy at a not even that cool bar will fuck 10s for no reason. And then he'll go to LA and he'll be like, shit, this 2 won't even text me.
How's
back.
the bottle service girls in LA? Because I know Toronto, they're fucking.
So in Toronto, the peak cool hot girl thing you can do is bottle service. In LA, the peak cool thing you can do is be a hooker. So it's different. It's like, oh, she does bottles. Like it's not cool there.
It's cool here. It's not cool there.
Right. Miami, I think it's kind of cool.
Yeah, half.
Right.
They're kind of too hot in Miami.
I don't know. Something about Canada, we put bottle girls on a pedestal.
They make money.
And I love it. And it's like, okay, I'm fucking a bottle girl. That's where you know you're in like a high valued man.
Yeah.
I'm fucking bottle girls,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
It's like, oh, now I'm fucking the coat check girl. Like I got to get back in the
coat
gym.
check girls, I think, are underrated. They're underrated because you just pass them when you walk in. You don't look at them twice, 3 times, but you eventually you keep going through the club.
Coat check girl is who's fucking one of the
partners. Yeah, small partners. Yeah, usually the small partners.
I'll get you a job. Okay, boom, boom.
Shout out Steve. Steve, I love you. Shout out Maxime's. Going there for dinner tonight. I don't know. I'm going on a date with this broad. She might cancel. Who knows?
Who's the girl?
Some fucking.
You know what the definition of a broad is?
Girl or some
by the way?
shit. A broad?
Yeah. Do you know what it is? Terry, can you Google that? I'm gonna blow your mind.
Broad?
Yeah. What a broad means.
Like broad.
Yeah. A broad.
Google that, Terry, when you get a chance. Broad.
Yeah. It's a piece of meat with a hole in it.
That's what a broad is? I mean, that's essentially a rod. Cheers. No, I mean, a piece of meat with a hole in it.
That's it.
That's what a broad is?
Yeah.
Fuck a broad tonight. Fuck a broad tonight. I don't know. Where we're going.
A piece of meat with a hole in it.
You ever feel like a celebrity now? Everything you've done?
No, not really. I do get recognized, I'd say, every time I leave the house now, which is so cool.
Isn't that cool?
And I like it. I love it. Any celebrity that's fuck the fans, get out of my face.
I hate them.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
This is the best part.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
So I like that. It's hard to tell now if, like this girl that I'm talking to, and she already said to me like, okay, next hangout, I want to do these 10 TikToks with you. And it's like, well, see, that's weird.
She's using you.
Right. That's weird.
But if you get sex, I mean, fair play.
Right. So
10 TikToks is aggressive.
I'm nowhere close to a celebrity where if I do something fucked in my life, will the media cover it? That's where I think you're a celebrity.
Yeah.
TMZ.
You get canceled.
Right. So once you start getting canceled for shit, so I'm not there.
Yeah.
I'm not there.
Yeah.
But I'd say I'm popular.
What's the trajectory? Like, what in your head you think? Okay, I was nothing. I was just a regular human. You guy from Ottawa, went to Toronto, did this whole promoter thing, started the pod. Pod went to LA. Now you're fucking. I mean, let's just take a minute to talk about your guests. Angela White is special.
Is she your favorite?
I just think, like, if she was walking down the street and she wasn't a porn star, I would like look at her and be like, that girl's hot.
Okay.
Which is how I kind of define porn stars.
Right.
Like, is that girl hot outside of her fucking for money?
Right.
That's how I look at them. So when I look at Angela White, I'm like, that girl's hot.
Right.
Right. I look at who else we got? Gianna Dior. I love Gianna Dior. I think
Hottest.
she's just hot.
So hot.
You look at her, she's hot. Never mind, she's
She is so hot.
right. Some of them are like they look like porn stars. Like who looks like a porn star? Like Lisa Ann kind of looks like a porn star. She's not bad, but
Like Savannah Bond looks like a porn star.
yeah, she looks like a porn star. Like
Right.
you look at her. Mia Malkova was, I think, cute. You did her on the
Yeah.
pod. Did
She
you do
was
her?
our first porn star guest.
You
She's
did her?
the reason for all
Did
our
you
shit.
actually do her? Or
No, I don't. See, that's the thing.
business and
The question I get asked every day is,
Yeah.
hey, Pownall, you fucking all these porn stars? Every day.
yeah. I hate that guy, by the way. That you just imitated. That guy, I don't like him.
Yeah, fuck him.
That guy's everywhere too, and he's just,
You fucking all these
Yeah.
porn stars?
Yeah.
Every
I
day.
don't like that guy. Yeah.
Every day I have to say, I almost made a copy paste to answer that question.
How does it work?
So I don't fuck all the. No, I don't, and that's why we're successful. Here's the thing about porn
Business and
stars.
pleasure, huh?
They're filming all day for browsers, right?
Mm-hmm.
6-hour shoot where they're having sex. Then they go home and then they do a collab for their OnlyFans.
Mm-hmm.
Then you hang out with them. You're a bridge builder, right? You just built one all day for 6 hours. Then you went and built your side bridge. And then you go hang out with a girl. Last thing you want to do is build a fucking bridge.
Right.
That's porn. These girls don't. People think porn star sex, porn star sex. Sure, I get that because that's what their profession. But you think they really, after a day of fucking for work, after 10 years of doing that, they go on a podcast, they think, time to fuck this podcast host?
Yeah.
No. However, some of them do hit on me. But
You're a good-looking fellow.
hey, you're
homo.
a handsome chap.
No, listen. You're good looking, and you have great personality, which I found my personality's got me more sex than anything. Because I'm not bad looking. I got a good nose.
Well, you know what? The handsome broke guy, his days are over.
Yeah, his days are over. The guy that doesn't have to cut his hair, do his beard or anything, he's just hot.
That guy's dead.
I hate that guy.
That guy had a great run in the 2010s.
Yeah.
And he is fucking over.
He's a douche now.
Yes. Now
a
it's
douche.
all about money and status.
Status. How many followers do you have?
Right.
You know.
I think bank is bigger though. Because the economy's down, girls are just leeching onto dudes.
Yeah.
However, dudes now aren't falling for their shit and they're not wifing these girls up anymore. And that's why girls are becoming hookers. Because girls don't like sex as much as us. And they're saying, okay, well, I'm hot as fuck. I value my pussy at $5K.
Yeah.
Let me go get my bag since no one's going to wife me right now till I find my husband.
Question for you, because you're very versed in the space. You have sex with a girl, and the next morning, rather than give you a bill or give you your like credit card machine thing that you tap, you know, the phone when you
Little
plug
Clover,
it in,
yeah.
little Clover. She says, "Oh, let's go to like Yorkville,"
Right.
and then you go into Louis Vuitton. She's a nice bag she wants. It's 3, 4, 5,000. You buy it for her. Is that considered a prostitute?
Yes. Yes, sir.
There's no gray. Like she's a whore. She's a hooker.
Yes. Yes, sir. Because without that,
You didn't just do something nice for her?
would there have been sex without it?
See, that's what we don't know, but see, it's inverted now because hookers,
Because now you're doing it the next day.
you pay them and then you fuck. I mean, the ones in Vegas, at least, you pay them, then you fuck, whatever. That's.
But did she
hooker.
deep down know she was getting something? That's where the line's drawn.
I think that's what Toronto women. I don't know with them because I think they might fuck you. Like they might, girls will leave the next day without asking for that, but they'll come back a second time, a third time, and then they'll eventually be like, "Let's go to work." I'm not saying that happens on the first night, but
Right.
eventually, so I think they know what they're doing. But I think the women in Toronto, specifically, that's all I'm speaking about, know what they're doing.
Toronto's their LA mentality already.
Yeah,
I came
yeah.
back here as a whole new city. Like now, apparently, every bottle girl has a price.
I mean, if you go, okay, here's another question. If you go to the club and you buy a bottle of 1942,
right.
$1,800, $1,900, you tip her $500 on top of the 20% already added. Is she a hooker if she comes at the end of the night and fucks you? See, that's her job. She's working.
Right.
I don't know. You tell me.
Gray area. No. So.
It's
no.
tough, isn't it?
It's tough.
No, she's working.
But you know what? At the end of the day, guys provide value and girls provide value. So a girl's looks is her currency, and a guy's, wallet or status, but usually wallet is his currency.
A rich guy that's ugly probably gets.
And
more
that's where
pussy
they
than
meet,
him.
right?
Yeah.
However, guys' banks go like this, and girls' looks go like that.
Aha.
So this is why it's better to be a man in 2024 than a woman.
I've been saying it for years. I love her. I'd rather. I mean,
I couldn't imagine being a woman.
it's tough.
Good for them.
Yeah, it's tough.
Embrace it. Go live it. You're stuck with it.
Your
but
vagina is really your only asset as a woman. Let's be honest.
that's the thing. And whereas our dick is just a bonus, really.
Yeah, it's a bonus. Yeah, because we're I've seen a lot of ugly guys get a lot of hot women in 2024.
Ugly guys get more hot women than
Yeah,
hot
they have
guys.
money and
That's it.
Status.
Yes. So
Cheers to money and status.
cheers to money and status. The hot guy thing is dead. Skip the gym. Send some emails.
I mean, yeah. Just send some emails. Be him. Pillow talk.
Yeah.
What's?
You're a great host. You're
I feel like I'm good. Once the tequila flows, everything's good.
he's
Everything's
great.
good. Thank you. I love you.
I'm a big
trying to
Chris.
be you. I'm trying to be you. Honestly, I'm trying. Terry, do I not ask you about this guy all the time? How he did it, how he started, how was. It's just you see someone, and I'm sure you look up to like Rogan and those guys, and we're all trying to get there at some point. All I'm about with this whole thing, to be honest with you, Ryan, is I love the way. First of all, I love producing. Like I love his side of things. Like we can all take videos on our phone, selfies.
Me
this
too.
and that.
You're obsessed with the clips, right?
The reels and
Yeah.
the way he edits it and the way now he's doing super reels. He's putting graphics in this. He's not. You see him growing. He's growing.
I
He's
know.
growing from where he started with. So. And he deserves it. And we give him more money. I know we both pay him. His invoices are a bit hefty sometimes, but okay, we still love you. We still love you.
I think Terry made six
No.
figures with me last year.
Yeah, no, Terry's good.
Right,
Terry's
Terry?
good. But hey,
Yeah. But well deserved.
well deserved.
I don't complain.
I love to see a guy go from, not that he was nothing, but London, small town, but used to work at Boston Pizza with Saya. That's how we met Saya. That's how we met Saya. Saya eventually came here, became the queen of what do we call Saya? The queen of.
Persians.
I feel like I'm a good host. I'm learning. I'm still learning. But pillow talk. Where it was, where it is now, and where it's going.
Right.
Where do you think? Where do you want to see it?
Okay.
Where do you want to see it?
So I'm not gonna lie. If everything I'm. You can ask Terry. I'm an ideas guy. I'll just be showering or right before bed. Whenever I'm away from my phone, and boom, I'll get hit with a fucking idea.
Okay.
Boom. And when I'm single and driven and focused, these ideas just keep coming, and I execute them. But when I had a girlfriend, I was, that's a good idea. I'll write it down. And I have a list now of 40 fucking banger ideas, and I just was, whatever. You're not driven when you're in love. You're just not. Everyone thinks, oh no, if you find the right woman, you'll work hard. Nah. Those 16-hour days, 5 days a week, they stop as soon as you get a girlfriend. I don't care what anyone says. It just fucking stops. You end up watching Succession on Mondays together, and she makes you a little bit of fucking chicken, and you kiss her, you love her, you hug her, you cuddle her. You don't care.
But being in love sucks.
Being in love is awful. And I don't
I mean,
think any
let me
guy-
rephrase that. Being in love is nice if
Right.
she's the right one.
Right.
The breakups to this, when you find out she's not the right one,
It's awful.
it's awful.
There's
It's
nothing worse.
You feel like that's when you become an alcoholic because you just want to go out and drink.
Yeah,
and just
exactly.
ease the
It
pain.
feels like someone just took your heart out and just shit on it after, they're lactose intolerant. And the last 3 weeks since I've been single, we've had our best fucking 3 weeks in a year. And it's like,
producer Derek confirms this.
now, because we win together.
We don't want you to go back. We want you to stay.
So now it's like, oh yeah, this mentality where you're single and fucking driven,
yeah,
and it's
yeah,
like
yeah.
shit. Now all these ideas that I have, okay, I organize them. Which one
Implement
first?
them, yeah.
And now I'm putting them in execution. So where's it going? This year is going to be 10 times bigger than last.
Are we staying on the porn? Like, does that? I mean, it's a niche industry for sure.
Yeah.
Can that industry carry pillow talk? Like, I want to see you as a fellow. I'm gonna call you a Torontonian now, right now. Shout out Ottawa, but I'm gonna call him Torontonian. As a fellow kind of social media influencer in Toronto, which I still consider your home. Shout out Tom, love you. RCMP.
No, I'm a Toronto guy.
You're a Toronto guy.
Yeah.
You're built for Toronto. You're
Yeah.
too big for Ottawa. Let's just be honest. LA, even whatever. It is what it is. Fuck LA. Democrats.
I love Toronto.
Toronto's the best city in the world. That's what I say.
I really love it.
So I love Toronto. So, but the porn industry maybe a little bit nichey.
Yeah.
So let's say you exhaust your options with the porn industry and pillow talk.
Right.
You are a personality. You need a fucking reality show. You need a this. You need a that. So what's the vision broader than just the porn pillow talk talk to me about Ryan Pownall as a superstar.
So I look up to guys like Dave Portnoy.
Shout out fucking Prez. We love you.
Yes.
We love Barstool.
Kyle with Full Send and Nelk.
Meadowville guy. Mississauga boy. Love you, Kyle. Love him. Legend.
You know, I look up to those guys of how they built a brand bigger
Media.
than themselves.
Yeah.
A media brand.
Yeah.
And that's what I want to do with Pillow Talk, what those guys did, and grow it. So Pillow Talk will stay very porn focused.
Okay.
However, I'm going to separate myself from it a little bit and start doing more mainstream stuff. So I have all these ideas of mainstream, but I have all these ideas for Pillow Talk also. So I want to grow both accumulatively, tough word after the tequila.
I gotta spell check that.
And
accumulatively, I don't know. I don't know. Is that a thing?
So I have all these PG mainstream ideas that
Yeah.
I'm working on this year. But then also for Pillow Talk, we're gonna keep it very porn focused, and
I mean, that industry hits.
we're gonna be Pillow Talk. I want to be the powerhouse barstool of porn, if you will,
Yeah.
and grow that brand over there. And then here, I'm gonna be Ryan doing more mainstream stuff.
Do you think the porn industry is like limited because it's so?
No, it's you know what? I actually take a lot of credit that we were the first podcast to really bring all these porn stars.
There wasn't really a good porn podcast before.
And it became very common and normal now. Every single podcast has had a porn star on, and now they're all obsessed with it. They're all starting their own podcast, and it's great.
Yeah.
And the porn industry now is becoming very mainstream,
Yeah,
especially
yeah.
with OnlyFans,
Yeah.
social media. Porn now is becoming very acceptable. Girls that you went to high school with are doing porn now on their OnlyFans, right? It's just normal now.
Yeah.
Since COVID, the world's changed. So porn is just becoming more and more normal, and it's a perfect time for us to be the place for that to happen.
Yeah. To talk about the mainstream stuff. When you talk about the mainstream stuff, like
Yeah.
you want a reality show. What's in your head?
So I wrote a show idea and I pitched it to a couple people that are powerful in Hollywood, and I pitched it to 3 of them, and all 3 of them said they want to do it. And then I have a documentary idea. I pitched it to 3 directors or producers, and they all want to do it.
Wow.
And then I have a 3rd show idea, all mainstream. So I have all this other shit on the side. Terry, I haven't even told you.
We don't want your secrets.
Yeah.
Keep your secrets because we want you to.
And then in Pillow Talk, like I'm doing something, like I want to do crazier shit. Once a month, we did the fuck cancer episode where we flew the guy with stage 4 cancer down to
Right, I saw that.
fuck is
Still,
he's doing great. And
He's
he's
doing great.
Shout out to Jake Marshall.
Jake Marshall, legend. You're gonna beat it.
So the cancer episode, that type of shit, we're gonna start doing monthly now. Something fucked every
Yeah.
month. And we already have like our first 6 lined up of crazy shit. I'll tell you the first one, Cherie DeVille, MILF. What's her?
Milf of the Stars.
So we're gonna bring in 20 virgins into a mansion house with the reality TV crew, and it's gonna be called the Virgin Games. And
The Virgin Game.
they're gonna compete.
play on words.
Yeah,
Yes,
exactly.
yes.
And they're gonna compete and get eliminated, and the top 5 will have a gangbang with her to lose their virginity together.
Shout out Sherry being a team player.
Cherie.
Cherie.
Yeah.
Fuck.
And then, we're doing one with Violet Myers and Kazumi where they're going to fuck like
Shout out Bruce Terry Kazumi. Shout out Bruce
like
Terry.
like an 80-year-old war veteran on Veterans Day.
Nice. That's nice.
Things like that.
Giving back to them.
We're going to do those monthly, those crazy ones, and there's other things we're doing. So
you as we wrap this up here because we've talked a lot, we've drank a lot. I mean, we only have half a bottle, but I'm sure we're gonna have a fucked up night tonight. You have a big party on Saturday. I'll be there. I'll bring the DJ. I got you. I'll take care of it. But in 20 years, Ryan Pownall's where?
I have no idea. Because a year ago, I wouldn't have
Like,
even...
you want marriage, you want a wife, you want kids, you want that fucking white picket fence, or do you want to just keep being a fucking hero?
Yeah, my friend Thompson, he's the guy that plays the violin while girls twerk. I think he has it all figured out. So
Hold on. Thompson does what?
So he's huge on social media. He would play the violin while like porn stars and famous girls would twerk.
He's that guy, actually.
Yeah, he's
Thompson.
awesome.
Shout out
And
Thompson.
he's one of my closest friends in LA. And I think he really figured it out. He said, fuck these LA girls, fuck any of these American girls. I'm tired of going on these $600 dates with them and they think they're better than me and then hopefully you sleep with them. The next day they're on a date with another guy. Fuck these girls. Bro.
Yeah.
You never know when they're hooking. You never know. Like, He said fuck it, and then he got Tinder, Hinge, all these things he loves Russian girls for only Russia. For a year was showing me all these Russian girls that okay, she's cool. Meets the one and starts FaceTiming her and Zooming her every day for a few months.
Falls in love.
Flies her down, marries her, and now they're the happiest couple of anyone I know.
Thompson and the Russian girl are the
They're
perfect,
number one.
The perfect couple.
They're perfect, and she's exactly everything he was looking for in a girl. She wanted to come to America. She's awesome.
She wants the green card. Give it to her.
They're married. They're the happiest couple I know. I think he has that figured out. I think these big city girls in North America are just almost, if they're 8s and up, they're almost undateable at this point.
They want this, and this is all that a man as a human can give them. Like,
right.
We can't give them this. You
Exactly.
can't have this.
Exactly.
You're not dating Brad fucking Pitt or George Clooney.
Right.
You gotta accept here. Actually, you should accept here. We'll give you here, but accept here and be loyal. And
Right.
loyalty for me is everything.
And then my other friends that are the happiest are like, they got themselves like a really great, nice 7.5, or like a 7.
I think a 6 is doable. I think if you marry an 8, you should just you're good.
Yeah.
If you marry an 8,
9s and 10s are dead.
some hot guy with more hair than you, with a better beard, with a nicer fucking
Bigger
jaw
wallet.
will come in and you'll just be ruined. And then you'll just be fucked.
That's it, man.
Don't fuck 10s.
No, the 10s are over.
And if you meet a 10, here's a little advice. If you meet a 10, make her an 8. Let her eat fucking donuts. Make her 10s are just, they're fucking cancer. Shout out cancer, by the way. We beat it all the time. But 10s, make them 8s, because 10s, it'll never be enough. You come home, you have your best day at work, you make $150,000 in a month, $200,000 a month, they're never happy. They want more.
Yes.
10s are the devil.
10s are the devil.
10s are the devil.
There was a producer on a Bang set. My boy Luke told me, he said, remember this, Ryan, I'll leave you one word of advice. He's a 70-year-old man who's been doing porn for 50 years. And he says, when the devil comes for me, he'll send a woman.
Yes. Shout out Jesus. When the devil came, shout out Jesus.
Jesus held it down.
Ryan, I don't know about you. I'm fucking a little bit lit. It's a great conversation. We could talk for fucking 5 hours. We'll do podcasts.
Did you just try to wrap up?
No, I mean, I'm just like, I feel like I'm a vibe guy. So like, I'm lit. You're lit. Where are we going? I'm in pajamas. Where are we going?
You just tried to wrap me up early.
No,
You tried to early wrap.
Are you not? You want to?
I'm happy to keep going.
See, the tequila gets to be when they want to keep going.
I'm happy to
Pop
keep
a
going.
fuck, give me one. Let me try it.
All right, take
Is it a thing or no? What do you put?
Take
Top
a
or bottom lip? You're a zinc guy.
I can't do the top because I've had gum surgery.
You've had it in the whole time?
Yeah, I do it all day.
It looks normal. You got the jaw is real, or you worked on it?
That's real.
Yeah, because you know the Ronaldo and them, they do the jaw thing.
Yeah.
There's like a surgery where
I did it once. I did that surgery once.
Yeah?
Well, it's not surgery. It's filler.
Do you think you're like, what do you consider yourself?
8.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You're tall and you got the
I mean, I think I'm good looking enough to fuck a hot girl, but not good looking that a girl see my picture and DM me.
Percentage of kills because you're famous or whatever, famous, but percentage of kills because you're just you.
From my physical standpoint,
Yeah, you get more kills because of this.
I don't think any girl fucks me because of how I look. I don't think I'm that cute.
Really?
Yeah, not at all. You think I'm that handsome?
I don't know.
I'm not that good looking.
I wouldn't let my sister like go near you,
Right.
but I feel like if I had a girl that wanted to get fucked, I would get sent her to you.
Like when I'm at the club and I like give a girl the eyes, like I don't get the eyes back. But once I go fucking mouth off to her, then I have a chance.
You don't get the eyes back. I would think you get the eyes.
I'm
back.
not that handsome. I'm not that handsome.
I think your eyes are green or blue? Green.
Well, in the light,
Brown,
little,
hazel.
A little hazel.
Shout out Tom. What's your mom's name?
Monique.
Monique?
Yeah.
Is she black?
No, is that a black name?
Monique's a black name.
Monique?
Don't tell me Monique's not a black name.
Monique, c'est français.
Oh, she's French
Yeah.
Canadian. Tom
Yeah,
knows
right,
what he's doing.
that's right.
Shout out Tom. Third
How about
best
you?
RCM.
Let me ask you this. Are you good looking enough to fuck for just how you look?
No, all my kills in the last year have been because I'm arrogant, but I'm rich and I have a podcast.
Right.
And my podcast is by no means,
So the podcast is helping you get laid?
I think so. I think Ernesto, shout out Ernesto, Money Buys Happiness. He said it best. He said having a podcast is a platform, and when you have a platform, you're allowed to speak a certain way. You're allowed to talk a certain way. You have an audience. So instantly, whatever you say has more value than someone that's just taking a video on their fucking phone.
Fair.
Right?
Yeah.
Do you not agree?
Yes.
You have a platform.
Right.
You have some of the biggest porn stars in the world on your platform. You kind of control the narrative. There's so much shit that producer Terry edits, and people know this, whether they do or they don't, that makes us look like, whether it's the real is 15, 30, 45 seconds of a 2-hour episode, an hour episode. But we take the best 15, 30, 45 seconds. And people think, like, I had a guy message me, one of my hosts, one of my guests from last season actually, said the reels, people don't have the attention span to listen. Like, I don't know how many views you get on your YouTubes, how many I get, whatever, but I find that, like, reels are so much more powerful because it's the best.
Well, when's the last time you watched a full hour podcast of anyone? I follow my favorite 20 and I look at all their clips.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Even Rogan's. I watch 50. Even Rogan himself, and we got to start doing this. Producer Terry Morris takes the 2-hour episode or hour episode. The fucking thing is going nuts in my mouth. That's it. Thanks. I like smoking. If I had a shisha, Clayton, I want shisha in here next time. But I find that the reels hit more because it's like the best 30, 45 seconds of that episode. Whatever, 4 or 5 times because we probably have 15 reels from this episode. This guy's a legend. But I find it's more powerful. We should do a shot at this point. Our drinks are gonna. I find it's more powerful than the actual episode because in the actual episode there's a lot of downtime, like a lot of like, you know what I mean, in the whole hour episode. But the reels
are where we strike.
You know, I have people still message me about reels that happen like.
Yeah.
Terry told me that would happen. He said reels, they go into some fucking algorithm.
The real universe, I call it.
The real universe.
Yeah.
Great term for it.
Yeah.
And it just like they'll pop up randomly from a year ago, from 2 years ago, and people are like, "Oh, I just saw your reel." Like, where on Facebook?
Yeah.
Like randomly.
Yeah.
Which Zuckerberg is a crackhead. The whole algorithm thing.
But they have to like you. If they don't like you, then they put you on timeout. We were on timeout for the last
It's a good
month.
question, Ryan. It's a good question. I think people like me.
No, not you. It matters if Zuck likes you.
Yeah, I mean.
So Zucky has been very supportive of Pillow Talk.
I just did
and I'm grateful.
Shout out Zucky. You're a good guy.
But the last month, Zucky said, let's put him on timeout for a month.
Yeah.
And it's been a tough month.
So I just did an episode with my uncle who lives in Jerusalem, in Palestine. We got shadow banned because we talked about the whole thing. Like, and I got his side of it.
No comment.
No comment. You know what I'm talking. Listen, I got Jewish friends. Shout out Shlomo, Maker Pizza, legend. Love you. Obviously, I have a lot of Palestinian friends, and people got mad at me. I did an episode from a jet. Actually,
I saw that. Yeah.
Bruce Terry was on a jet. We were going to Alec's wedding. Shout out Alec. You know Alec.
Yeah, I love
Shout out Alec, legend, Lily. Love you guys. Wedding was great. We got way too lit.
See, he found love.
Which with a Persian, which is tough. It's tough. Shout out to Shah of Iran, the last guy, legend.
You know why? Because she lets Alec be Alec. Let me ask you this, okay? So you're on a double date.
Can I be the guest for once? No one's asked me to be on their pod. I wonder why.
Let me ask you this, okay?
Go.
So you're on a double date. You're with Ronnie, Lisa's sister. Mm-hmm. Now, you're going to split the bill, right? With the men split the bill. Mm-hmm. That's how double dates work. Rule of thumb. No matter what anyone orders, men split the bill.
Sidebar quickly. You're on a date with a girl. You always pay.
Absolutely.
Right.
Even if it's a fucking...
Learn.
Even if it's the fare for $4, you pay. You know, even if it's...
You get her an Uber, this and that.
Yes, exactly. So you're on a date. Me, Ronnie, you, Ronnie, Lisa's sister.
Talene.
Right? And you're at Blue Blood. Okay?
Shout out Ahmed. Peter's uncle.
Expensive
Peter's
bill,
uncle.
right? And then she mentions halfway through the date, like, I got to go see this guy later that I'm seeing. Now, men pay, but, you know, say she's ordering the fucking foie gras.
Yeah.
The filet.
Foie gras tough.
You know, she's ordering the fucking...
The duck and...
The tartare. You know, at that point, now she's confirmed. We are not together. I'm going to fuck another guy tonight. Are you still picking up the bill?
Oh, Ryan, listen. I'm Lebanese. We're old school. I always take care of the bill. Always.
Okay, all right.
So I take care of my half. What was your half? 500? 1,000?
Yeah, 750.
750?
Yeah.
I mean, it's not, Ronnie took care of the other half?
Yeah.
Then I think it's fair play.
I
mean,
think so.
And I say this respectfully, I put it on you. Maybe you thought you could have had an in, but I think you should have done your research before. She has a man, and I'm a loyal guy. So while I would fuck a girl that had a boyfriend, if she wanted to fuck, that means she's got loyalty issues, not me. I would pick up my half of the bill. And I'm sure you did, because you're a man. I'm sure you did.
Yes.
Yeah, you did.
You know.
And the Pillow Talk money speaks for itself. Right?
Cheers.
Shout out all our sponsors. Cheers. Zbod's got to get some sponsors.
Shout out to Jerkmate.
Shout out Jerkmate.
So we just signed a 1-year deal with Jerkmate.
What do they do?
#1 live campsite in the world. And very excited for this partnership. Very excited for this.
So talk to me because I'm a new podcaster.
Yeah.
And I've had some conversations about sponsors with certain people. I'm thinking about a tequila company, a gambling company, a clothing company, this and that.
Yeah.
What should I do in terms of sponsorship?
How do you get sponsors?
Not how do you get them, because I've had conversations with them, but is there...
So your podcast is broad. It's you're the Toronto funny lab guy, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So
Shout out Lebanon. Tough times, but we'll get through it.
So I'm in a very specific niche.
Yeah.
I'm in the porn sex world. So I have a very specific place to get my brands. Okay, sex toys, dick pill companies, live cam sites, knockoff OnlyFans companies, shit like that.
Yeah.
So they know me, I know them, and we're working together. You are in a world with 3 million other podcasts because you're broad,
Right.
which is great and so fun. However, the broad podcast sponsorship money is probably the worst money you'll get. If you niche it and you start being more specific into a niche, then you'll get that niche money. That's the idea. I'm not as big as Logan Paul at all, but you're competing against
Logan
Impulsive.
Paul,
I'm not.
Yeah.
So I'm going to catch more W's than you.
So when I started the pod, everyone told me that I have to niche.
You have to.
I just didn't know because of my Rolodex is broad. I have Wall Street guys, I have Bay Street guys, I have a family. I did my grandmother on one episode. Like I'm doing everything. I'm putting content out there
Yes.
to get out there.
Yeah. So do that for a year.
Yeah.
And then niche it.
Where do I niche into though? Is the
You'll
question.
know in a year. You'll
I'm
know.
a degenerate gambler. Do I go that route?
You'll know in a year. And whatever niche you do, try to keep that niche as broad as possible. So example, look, I'm in the porn world, but I just had Christo on,
Legend.
my favorite comedian. You know, I just had Bob Menery on. I just had Hannah Stocking on. I just had Whitney Cummings on.
Bob's a psycho, by the way.
So as niche as I am in porn, I'm still keeping it as
The
broad
co-hosting.
right? So I'm keeping it as broad as possible. So the idea is to be in your niche and broaden it.
So I want you to, speak to me, but speak to every podcaster that, a girl called me today, actually.
No weeks off.
No weeks off. We try.
No seasons. You're on season 1 for the rest of your life.
This is technically season 2, but let's just fucking
No weeks
forget the
off.
season. No weeks off. But a girl called me today. She's a Bible thumper.
Okay.
She's a whole, like, Jesus saved me. Which maybe he did, maybe he did. I don't know.
I'm an atheist.
Shout out atheists. shout out atheists. Dad, I love you. I know we're born Catholic. Shout out atheists.
My dad, when I was 3 years old, he said to me,
Were you
son,
baptized?
No. And he said, son, when you die, it's the big sleep.
Shout out the big sleep. I hope heaven. No, that's it. I hope heaven. Everything they've talked about
It
heaven.
sounds awesome. I love your God.
Your
God
don't.
sounds great.
I can't imagine it being over. I can't imagine it just
no
being.
one can. That's why everyone believes.
I know because it's easier to. It's hard to believe.
But I think the reason why everyone thinks I'm so fucked is because I know that when I die, it's the big sleep.
That's it.
And that's my mentality. Is like I'm really living the YOLO mentality.
Because when you die, you're done.
That's it. Everyone's like, oh well, heaven, this, that. I gotta be good for God, and oh my God. Okay, well, live your boring fucking life, making $40K driving a Civic. I'm gonna die when I die. Look at how my life's going.
Yeah. So when you die, it's done.
It's done. My soil would become a big tree.
You want to be buried? You cremated, buried? Do you care about that?
What?
It
Fuck
doesn't
me
matter.
when I'm dead. I don't care.
Doesn't matter.
I really don't care. Get my dick hard somehow and fuck me.
So if Ryan Pownall, when he dies and he enters the big sleep, there's one message that you want to transcend to the world after you're gone. What is it?
Well, that's a deep one.
Well, we're gonna end the right fucking way, no?
Anyone that believes in God and heaven, I support it, and I hope to fucking God heaven exists because it sounds awesome.
It does sound lit.
Oh,
it sounds lit.
Great,
It
especially
sounds
the
very
Muslim
lit.
one with 72 virgins. I cannot wait.
The whole 72 virgins thing. I don't know. Listen, I'm like I said, I'm Catholic. I don't know about the virgins thing. I don't. 72
I hope it's a mix of all. I hope I go to heaven. I get 72 virgins.
You ever been with a virgin?
Yeah.
You popped the girl's cherry.
Yeah.
How was that? How was it? A lot of pressure, eh?
No, I think it's beautiful.
They feel like you're the one, though.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's like whatever I do, this is the best sex of her life.
Oh, because the blood situation's a bit tough. But it is
Whatever.
Yeah, it is what it is. But Ryan Pownall's as we finally.
Okay, so here's my advice to everyone. Whether you're Catholic, Muslim, or anything else, whether you're radical for either, or an atheist or agnostic or believe in aliens, it doesn't matter. Live like you're gonna die and it's the big sleep.
Love that.
And if you get that shit after, bonus.
Yeah, love that. Listen, you're fucking on your way. You're on your way. I am sad. This is the first time we had a full-on conversation. We've met each other in passing and we dap up at the club. We have shots. But to sit here and have a real conversation with you is worth a lot. Shout out producer Terry for everything he does for both of us.
Absolutely.
Because he's a fucking legend.
Love producer Terry.
Shout out everybody. Shout out Ryan. Listen, it's nice to sit down.
How was the episode?
It's nice to sit down and have a good conversation with someone that understands what a guy like me. When you have a guest, they don't really understand what it takes to. They sit down, they talk.
Yeah.
But to have someone that understands,
It's a grind.
it's a grind, it's a hustle. Like you said, no weeks off.
Yeah.
And you said find a niche. I'm gonna find my niche.
You know, a year ago today, we were still paying $7,000 a month to produce the podcast.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, and we've been doing it 2.5 years. So, you know, a year and a half of spending money on the show.
Yeah.
So, you know,
It's a business.
it's a business.
It's a business.
Don't
Every
give up.
business you
Never
put
give
money
up.
in. You
and
try
you're
to-
on your way, buddy.
I love you. I love you.
You're on
No
your
homo.
fucking
I
way.
love you. You're a legend. Thank you for
I love
sipping
you.
some tequila. And
You are amazing host.
I appreciate it. I don't know.
No, you really are.
I'm off the cuff.
And Terry is so honest with me, and he tells me who he works with without me when he cheats on me. And he says, Chris is awesome, man.
Hey, listen. I'm not gonna lie to you, and I'll close with this. Producer came to me at the start of like what I call season 2, which you told me fuck seasons, which we'll fuck them. But he said like we have to formalize this. When you bring a guest on, you have to onboard them.
Yeah.
You have to send them a formal email. You have to get sponsors. I was raised the right way. Shout out Dominic and Renee, legends. Love you both.
Mom and dad?
Mom and dad gave me everything. They gave me a fucking. My dad came from nothing. Lebanon, war, this and that. Built everything he had. Clean floors, did the whole thing. He's a fucking legend. Shout out Dom. I love you. I might see you tomorrow, just for some, you know. You like to see my parents once in a while. Shout out Tom. Shout out Monique. Shout out Monique.
Yeah.
But listen, 2024 in the world, it's just a fucked up place. You say the wrong thing, they want to cancel this and that. I don't fuck with any of it. Right. Just at the end of the day, we're all going to the big sleep. So
We're going to the big sleep, man.
let's live. Let's be happy. Tonight, what's the plan? Talk to me. You got a date. I got a date. Are we seeing each other tonight after the dates? If the dates go good,
Let's do it.
if the dates go good, maybe we don't see each other because we're.
Well, okay, so the girl I'm seeing tonight, so far, we've only done BJ, and it was so good, I came in 40 seconds.
She's outside of the city, so
Yes.
you're bringing her here.
Yes.
She's gonna be fucking wowed.
So I'm just very nervous that tonight I will bust really fast.
Show her a good time. I'm going to Maxime's for dinner. Shout out Sacco, Steve, Darren, everyone. Fawns, you guys are legends.
You know, and ladies, try to keep your body count before your birthday candles, you know?
Body count before birthday. Kid.
Below, sorry, I meant.
So if she's 25,
24.
24. I like that.
If she's 42.
Wise advice from a legend himself. I couldn't imagine a better pod. I couldn't imagine a better pod. It went exactly as I thought it would go. If I put a fucking recipe down, I said, this is what I want it to be. You're a legend. Keep going.
Thank you, brother.
Don't ever fucking. We need you back in the city. So I love LA. I mean, LA's a bit fucked. Gavin Newsom.
It's
weirdo.
awful. I hate LA.
Weirdo. Bit of a weirdo. A lot of homeless. Vegas, Super Bowl.
I would love to be there.
If you're gonna be in LA, you drive over, you fly over, whatever.
I'll be
Done.
with Terry.
Consider it done. Producer Terry, are we in for Super Bowl?
Yes, we are.
Done.
Seriously?
Super Bowl done. Super Bowl, Las Vegas. I fly in on the 7th of February. Games on the 11th.
You flying to LA or Vegas?
Flying to Vegas. I don't go to LA. I don't like LA.
Okay.
Vegas, they pick me up in a Rolls Royce. I'm a degenerate gambler. They know.
Where do you stay? At the Wynn?
Always. Best hotel on the strip.
It is.
Best. There's no.
I like Resorts World.
Vegas Super Bowl. Come back to come home. Come home.
I'm a Toronto guy. I let me tell you, I was so sad to come here, and I'm so fucking sadder to leave.
I know.
I really like Toronto,
and
I'm here in the worst times.
He
December
leaves on the 19th, so we have exactly. I think today's the 12th, so we have exactly a week left to enjoy your presence. We're gonna enjoy every fucking day until you leave.
That's
You're
right.
gonna go home. You're gonna have a bit better weather, but you're not gonna have as much experience because Toronto's a fucking city and a half. I love you. Thank you for fucking
I love you.
joining
Thank
me
you
on
for
the
having me.
podcast. I'll be a co-host on Pillow Talk whenever you want me to be.
You bring me to Super Bowl, you do 3 episodes.
Done. Consider it done. Super
right.
Bowl, Pownall, and Christo, 2 legends. Love you all. Producer Terry, love you. Love you guys. Any final words for the people?
They're all hookers.
Zbodcast, season 2, episode, I don't even fucking know. 9, 10, whatever it is. Fuck it. No more seasons. Love you guys. Thank you for watching.